Hello and welcome to PMCLounge.com. In this quick video, we go over the top-down estimating technique and the bottom-up estimating technique. What's the difference between the two? How do you define them? Let's look into it. So we've already discussed the estimate costs process, and it is important to understand the tools and techniques that you are going to use for estimation. Now, in the video where we covered estimate costs, we also covered some of the tools and techniques which we had already discussed in the schedule management knowledge area. Estimate cost is, of course, a part of the cost management knowledge area. Now, some of the tools and techniques which are common between schedule estimates and cost estimates have been discussed in the estimate costs process video already. In this video, we look into two other form of estimation, the two other forms of estimating techniques, which are top down and bottom up estimating. Let's look into them. So let's talk about top-down estimating first. And what if I told you you already know top-down estimating because you already know analogous estimating, and top-down estimating is just another name for analogous estimating. So here's a question. Now that you already know analogous estimating, which we discussed in a previous video on estimate costs, and we have already discussed in detail in the schedule management knowledge area, let me ask you this and challenge you with a question. Why is this technique called top-down? So when you refer to a similar project already delivered in the past, you estimate the cost of the entire current project at once. That is basically the whole idea behind top-down estimating, where you look at a similar project which was delivered already, which is already delivered in the past, and then you compare that project with the current one that you have. So you look at the current project and you find a similar project which was delivered in the past, and then you try to understand what was the cost of that past project, and you kind of make out that similar cost will apply to this current project because both the projects are basically similar. So that is the crux of the top-down estimating technique or the analogous estimating technique. So this is the analogous estimating technique. Why is it being called top-down? Is because you are estimating the entire project at once. You're not estimating individual tasks or individual activities. You're estimating the entire project at once. And then this entire estimate is apportioned to individual tasks. So you have a certain value at the top, which is being apportioned to several other uh, tasks, right? Individual tasks of the project. And that is why this is known as top-down estimating. Another thing to note here is an example. So let's say you have had a previous e-commerce app and it cost you around 240,000 US dollars. That was the cost of an e-commerce app which your company built already in the past. And if you receive another project which is also an e-commerce app, you will consider that the cost of it is going to be somewhere around 240,000 US dollars because that's how it cost. That's how much it cost last time when you did that, right? So that is why you already have an entire project's cost at hand, and then you are going to divide this into individual tasks of the project. Let's say designing, let's say coding, let's say testing, right? Deployment. So you are dividing this cost into individual tasks, and that is why you have a value at the top and then you're dividing it at the tasks that lay at the down, right? So that is why it is known as top down. Before we talk about bottom-up estimating, let me remind you, if you're looking for PMP book recommendations, head over to pmclounge.com/resources where we have listed our favorite PMP preparation books. Now let's talk about bottom-up estimating, which obviously is the opposite of top-down. You had a certain value at the top and then you apportioned it downwards. You apportioned it to the tasks down. And in bottom-up estimating, what you're basically doing is you're estimating individual tasks first, and then you're adding all those tasks, the costs, the estimated cost of all those tasks, and you get an overall project estimate. So that, my friend, is bottom up estimating right there. On real life projects, you will most often see bottom up estimating in action and not the top down estimating, because this technique is what is typically used on real life projects. This is what I have personally used on my projects as well. So you will definitely see bottom up estimating being used on real life projects more often than not, and top down estimating will be pretty rare to find. So that's all that we had in this quick video. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified whenever we upload new videos. The entire playlist of cost management knowledge area is available in the description. Also, the related article to this topic is available as the first link in the description. Do hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to check out the website pmclounge.com, your number one free PMP resource. Thank you.